Every day across the world there are hundreds of thousands of situations in sales that is called sales jeopardy. The definition of sales jeopardy is very, very simple. It is that moment in time that whether you're on a face-to-face presentation or on a sales phone call, that you have presented in some form or fashion, but for whatever the reason is, you never get a yes or no. So at that time, that exact moment in time as you go forward in the continuum of time until you do get the yes or no, that area there is called sales jeopardy. And what salespeople do, they're so notorious for this, is that as soon as they're in sales jeopardy, they really don't realize it, because what they do is they then hope. They hope they're going to get the deal. They hope that this is going to happen. They go home and they tell their spouse, you know, I did this great presentation. We didn't get the yes or no out of the guy, but you know what? I hope that we're going to get this deal done. Ladies and gentlemen, please know this. Hope is disastrous in sales. So let me give you some example of some hope here that in many cases is just really ridiculous. So I've had salespeople tell me the following statements. I know for sure I got the sale. They told me I will get their business. He reminds me of my grandpa. Sounds just like him on the phone. I'm so sure that I'm getting this deal. And the last one is, Chuck, I'm buying you a steak dinner and a bottle of wine when the money comes in. That was years ago. I'm still waiting for the wine. And by the way, I don't even eat meat. So, you know, come on. We got to stop hoping that this stuff is going to take place. And here's why. Because if we hope and don't do anything, chances are we're going to lose that deal. Chances are some salesperson that's going to outdistinct you, outsell you, outfollow you up is going to swoop right in and capture that deal. So hope is extremely disastrous. Now, as many of you know, I'm an instrument-rated private pilot. I've been flying ever since I was a kid. But, you know, hope in aviation, just like it is in sales, is disastrous. So I'm going to read some excerpts of black box recordings that will make this really drive home my point. Pilots have been heard to say this: I hope the engine won't quit. I hope there's enough gas. I hope the thunderstorm will go away. I hope there will be no lightning. I hope the ground fog will dissipate by arrival time. And last but not least, recently, just a couple years ago in Jamaica, I won't name the airline, but you know, the three pilots, there's two pilots and a check airman, and one person says, man, I hope the runway's long enough. We're fully loaded, heavy weight, been raining, a lot of water on the runway. They ran off the end of the runway and cracked up a brand new 730-800 series aircraft in three pieces, and luckily nobody was hurt. But in aviation, hope is disastrous. In sales, hope is disastrous. So it's really simple. Instead of doing nothing when you're in sales jeopardy, do something. So here's just a couple easy suggestions for you. So at that point in time when you do enter into sales jeopardy, how about taking a profile sheet just like this with testimonials about you, your product offer or service, or your company, and you know what, just put it in a nice colorful envelope and fill it out and send, you know, put your business card in there and send it to them in the mail. You know, you can do another brochure here, and you all have them. I mean, in some of your marketing offices that I walk into, I can walk in, see all these brochures, and what do I find is dust on it. But you can do this. You can send a handwritten thank you card. But the whole point is you got to understand sales jeopardy. Do not put yourself in a position where you're hoping for an outcome. And more importantly, look around your environment and do something, whether it's an email communication, setting the very next appointment with a specific day and time, or putting something in the mail to those people that will help spur them and keep you in front of them until that decision is made. And last but not least, do everything that you can to prevent sales jeopardy, because it is disastrous in sales in most cases. So with that, I hope this information helps. If you need additional information on sales, marketing, or business management, the place to go is chuckbauer.com.